So damn, I just did a recording that was muted, so I just wasted an hour. Um, hey, my name's Law. I'm actually really excited about this update because I'm making a game that's heavily inspired by Darkest Dungeon, the series. I have my qualms, like everyone else, with the main game, and it's cool that it's cool that this game mode caters towards a DD1 audience because um, the original game mode, the Confession game mode, really does not. Is this even recording? Yeah, so it is recording, which is nice. Um, so yeah, this is kind of unhyped because I wasted a bunch of time. But anyway, Kaden game mode is cool, little clunky, actually a lot clunky. Um, so my main issue with it is that for Darkest Dungeon, the reason, other than the themes, the reason why people play it is the main gameplay loop is with the really cool theme overlaying everything, tying everything together, is your adventurers go out, um, you buy some supplies, you go on an adventure, you collect more resources at risk of losing people that you invest into. You come back, upgrade your hamlet or upgrade your base operations, which lets you both manage your party's stress and disease, and the quirks they have, as well as just upgrade them to make them stronger so that you can um, deal with more dangerous threats, right? Or you can progress the game. Um, the big issue with Darkest Dungeon is that you just don't get to really, in Darkest Dungeon 2, everything is so transient. You really don't get to uh, enjoy the progress you're making with your character. So this is worse in the Confession game mode where like you reset every 2 hours, and the only things you can upgrade, but you only have 2 quirks you can lock in. You only get 6 quirks to manage in total, and you get some combat items, and that's it. That's your entire character. And so most of the upgrade comes in meta progression outside of the game itself, which you get with candles, which is not enjoyable, right? Because you're supposed to go out, adventure, gather resources, and then make your character stronger and deal with their afflictions and stuff. And instead, you're going outside of the game, the main game loop, in order to get stronger, right? Now, if you're like me and you're experienced with Darkest Dungeon, you can complete the Confession game mode in 50 hours. So you Countess, I believe, is the last one, the last Confession boss. So you complete the game in 50 hours. You haven't even seen most of the game, right? Like you haven't gotten all the character unlocks yet, both in the meta level and in the in-game level, like the skills, right? Um, you may not have even fought most of the layer bosses at this point more than once. So I didn't fight the baby until like literally the confession mode, where I think I used the Hellion, the Leper, the Jester, and the Cultist for that one. For the last confession. So yeah, it's just like I didn't even get to enjoy the majority of the game before I ended up just having to, you know, like stop playing because I was just like, well, I'm bored. Every reset feels the same. The game is kind of in a weird space where it's like it's not enough randomness and variety like in Binding of Isaac to like play multiple times over, resetting every time. But then there's also not enough progression in it to feel satisfied playing it. It feels like there's not enough dynamicism and the loop. Congrats to them for making the combat interesting enough to actually, so much more interesting that you can actually play 2 hours with the same party and still feel like, oh, I got something out of that. But man, it is like once you figure out what skills, like the two flex skills that your party wants and like the main skills that your character wants, it you have like basically 2 skills that are guaranteed that you're always going to have on your character, and that defines the position they're going to play. Then you have like 1 to 2 more skills that are based on party that you're always going to use for that. And then you have 1 or 2 skills for a flex, right? Like what might be strong in very specific situations. So if you see here, the fact that in the cadence game mode, you don't get to choose your skills at the beginning. You have to get them through upgrade, and then you have to pay mastery points for them. So you're gonna see me do way worse than later, simply because I don't have the right skills yet for my party composition. Right, the biggest issue being reach of the back ranks. I just can't reach them. I don't have an efficient way to do that. And once I get hook, the grapple hook for the bounty hunter, and I'm and like it also helps to have like Holy Lance on the Crusader in case you move to the back rank or something. You could attack the 3rd or 4th rank. I'm not gonna have much damage to put enemies in, so I might kill the first 2 really quickly and then like I can't finish the fight until like round 6 because I just can't reach the back ranks, or maybe I'm just stalling to heal. But yeah, it's like
a single hero can make the critical difference.
The confession game mode was just not it for what people wanted for the most part. Like half the community didn't like it, and they made this kingdom game mode, and this kingdom game mode is great, honestly, mechanically, especially after finishing confessions, which I did months ago. I haven't played since until the kingdom update, and I think I played this so much that I literally got like 39 hours in the span of a week, which is a lot. Right, but I'm making a game based on the series, so I'm really excited about playing it. And there's a lot more to think about that I initially thought with the Kingdoms game mode, with the fatigue and upgrades and stuff. But it suffers from a similar problem with the confession game mode, where because you're in the stagecoach as the main thing that you have to operate with and to do stuff with, like the vast majority of the game you're going out and getting resources to not do anything with other than upgrade your main party, right? So you have to now you have things called sieges that you have to send other party members to, and you have to upgrade each inn individually instead of having one hamlet. And so what ends up happening is that you end up resetting every time you move somewhere, because you can't go backwards to take advantage of something you already upgraded, because your sieges are forcing you to go forward. You need to upgrade the inns with the barracks section of the inn to get conscripts to fight for you, so you don't have to send a full squad of people to an inn, right? So you can properly defend like all the inns that are available. You can't do that early. You're just running around trying to get the barracks set up and upgrade your main characters and get the right skills. And you know, it makes it really volatile. It's very easy to lose other characters against the beastmen, who are like dangerous fights. And it's easy to lose your main characters you're upgrading all your skills into. So this guy's making it rain on me right now. But yeah, so the clunkiness of the fact that you're still stuck in the stagecoach and you have one main cast is like really annoying, because it hurts that gameplay of go get resources, upgrade your hamlet, manage your cast, your full lit rosters, stress and afflictions and ailments, and make them stronger. Most of the time you can't upgrade your character till later, until you basically visited most of the ends, and you're not gonna take advantage other than it just initially being there, um, of any of the ends you upgraded because they're just too far away. You need to go somewhere else to upgrade more ends to deal with sieges. So like 80% of the upgrades for the ends don't actually do you any good outside of the initial upgrade because your wagon isn't there to take advantage of it. And only the barracks upgrades and the pharmacy passive heal over time upgrades actually matter for your units. I think towards the more advanced section you get like +5 crit, which is nothing, but like plus small bonuses for like having a person stage there for like adjacent for like a region or adjacent regions. But yeah, otherwise really good game mode, more thought than I thought it was gonna take.
Listen.
And I've done this a couple times, 4 or 5 times. I've done some
without tail
up until the body parts, up until the person you have to find captured by the Beastman part, which you're gonna see later episodes. But the structure of my episodes are like about hour long. Sometimes faster depending on how much time I have. And I'm gonna be playing through like about 3 regions. 3 regions is, I think, my cutoff time. And so I do all the recordings in post. I can't record with the NVIDIA stuff, at least as far as I know, while playing, and I don't want to because I like focusing on the game when I'm playing and focusing on the commentary when I'm recording because it slows me down so I do less content in the game if I'm talking. Also, because I'm pretty new to this, and I'm new to coming back to Darkest Dungeon, because I haven't played again in a while until the Kingdoms update. It's been a lot of reading, a lot of remembering, including remembering who the characters are, like what their names are, what their class is, what are their skills, what do they do. You're gonna see me. I didn't have the Crusader, I didn't have the DLC when I beat all the confessions and I stopped playing. So Crusader and the duelists are new to me, have no idea what their potential is, but they feel pretty solid. The duelist especially seems really strong. I'm trying to use both, just because they're new. But Crusader seems all around just a solid character, just useful in position 1 or 2, pretty much whatever you need. Tank, damage, healing as an off healer, stress healer. Like he pretty much does everything, right? He has back rake hits with his burning lance. If you have a like a jester or a duelist to get him to the back rates efficiently, he can do very good back rank damage. So yeah, I've been using those. Duelist is just strong, just a strong character inherently. You would think she's dangerous and weak because of her low HP pool, but actually because of her easy generation of tokens, particularly dodge tokens, and then just her absurd damage with like Touche, especially upgraded, and the Flechette, which hits all 3 of the 4 ranks. Um, it's so easy for her to do lots of damage, close to a leper or a Hellion, consistently. Whereas with the Hellion, like it's just like that initial first impact is the strongest because like you're deleting an enemy from the game with Howling End. Just straight up like removing a character is really strong. That's why she's really strong. It's just that one move is like nonsense, right? Like you shouldn't be able to delete an enemy turn 1 with 1 character, maybe 2. Um, And she still retains most of her damage after even with the Witness token, and you could remove that with just next turn if you want to with certain abilities. So absurdly strong character, lots of self-sustain, removes dots. I actually think that move should have like a 2-turn cooldown, a 3-turn cooldown instead of just having 2 uses. Also, I think it gives her more damage too, which is wild. Adrenaline rush while healing her a good amount. It's not like Darkest Dungeon 1 where it heals you like for like 3 points. It heals you for 10. It's a solid heal. And then she also has a taunt. She's fast, right? Like, but if you look at the duelist, she also has a lot of that, but like she moves around a lot more, right? So like she has Flechette, which hits her hit 3 rank up to rank 3, Touche, Disengage, and Feint. Our skills you start with, Touche is just a really strong skill because you just do a lot of damage, and it gives you free reposition as well, depending on your stats. And upgraded, you can actually use Touche to get a stance basically based on your position, so you don't even have to uh, use meditations, which is like it's just a full passive turn, and or use Flechette, which takes away the option to hit the rank 3, or takes away your dodge tokens, which you may not want to do at the time, or just you can only do once, and the enemy has a dodge token, so they're likely to dodge it, or you have a blind token on you, so you're likely to miss. You could just use Touche from rank 3 and then Flechette afterwards, right? Or you can like Flechette, Touche, kill a character, meditation, Touche again, move back, meditation. Now you have a taunt plus dodge on your character. It's very easy to get riposte. She's a really good token generator. And she also does a lot of damage consistently, and she has decent damage protection, right? And it's because her reposition skills are so free that it's very easy to get her to in a safe place if she's vulnerable in any way. Like if an enemy about to hit a back rank or something, or like you need her in the front rank to avoid certain dangerous enemies. It's like it's very easy to do that. Well, basically skipping a turn. So she's a really strong character. She does almost as much damage as a leper actually, consistently. So I really like them. They're pretty cool. I like their design. Bounty Hunter, finally, we actually have him as a character. Yeah, I actually never used him in Confession. It didn't make sense to, right? Because like, why would I spend resources to upgrade him versus upgrading the characters I'm using for the boss, which is what actually matters. And then you can always determine where you get him. And he takes away candles, even though it's a small amount early on when you start with nothing. Is like, this is why Kingdoms is so hard. You start with nothing, right? They really limit the amount of resources you have available to you. You get. So initially, when you start playing Darkest Dungeon 1 for the first time, you have no upgrades to your stage cost or anything. And so you're like resource starved, you can't maintain your relationships well, you're totally reliant on RNG, which usually fucks you in that way. Because everybody wants to argue every single encounter you get. You can't get good food consistently, and you only get slime mode, which could disease you. You can't, like, your party doesn't have the right skills available because you haven't got the shrines. It's like all the stuff that made DDD2 hard in the beginning, which dramatically decreases as you go on. If you don't know what you're doing, which like will literally cause you to lose, just off for like, a variety of reasons. That's all gone here, right? Like, I mean, that's all worse here because there's no meta progression where you can get free trinkets in the beginning and you get a bunch of relics for visiting the hoarder and like a bunch of other shit that you get, like more items and stuff. You have to upgrade that every end that you can't really go to, because once you upgrade it, you only get while you're there, and then you leave, and then you don't go back until like later on, much later on.
To decide what's real,
so
of laughter
it's one of those days where it's like it's the worst. It's really, you're really resource starved. You really do have to be careful, especially with baubles. It's so hard to get them. And it's so expensive to fix like your stagecoach and stuff, so you're avoiding stuff all the time, particularly shields, because shields is like really strong. Just getting a protection token to start of a battle is like really valuable. It will really help. So I pretty much prioritize that. Fuck the wheels, just maintain the shields. Light. So it seems like they adjusted the. It seems like they adjusted the. I don't even remember visiting the hoarder this early. Jesus. But it seems like they adjusted the. Did I really visit the hoarder? I have to, right? Yeah. Okay. Crazy. It seems like they adjusted the amount of resources you get from like the resource generating stagecoach items, like the mortar and pistol and stuff like that. I seem to get way less, though it might be because it's just the number of regions I'm going through. Before I have to go to a different region and do a siege fight and stuff, it's just dramatically lower, as you can see on the map. The other thing is that you just get less relics overall. As again, it's like Darkest Dungeon 2 at the start. Even worse, you just don't get many relics. Even though I fight literally every resistant killer I get available. And then baubles are even more strained. And so you're trying to avoid using them as much as possible, because those we use to buy trinkets. Especially good trinkets are expensive. And stagecoach items, so you can scale better. Another thing is, I'm not sure if I said it earlier in this commentary or not, because I have the other one that said it. Stagecoach items are hard to come by because of your resource restrictions, and then every time you upgrade the inn, because you're not able to take advantage of it consistently, and you're constantly just trying to stay ahead, like get up to where you were supposed to be to stay ahead, because you don't have access to the skills and stuff that you want for your party. And because you need to upgrade the inn to get that, and you need to upgrade the inn for the barracks, because otherwise you need a full squad to defend, and they're going to be underdeveloped, because you can only upgrade those characters when your stagecoach is there. You can only give them items with the trinkets when the stagecoach is there. You can only give them combat items when the stagecoach is there. It's like they end up being underdeveloped, and you're fighting well proper, potentially even like all your healing abilities, like on the plague doctor, right? Like you might not have indiscriminate science, you only have battlefield medicine. So it's a hard life, you know, trying to get through this while losing someone. But once you get to a certain point, it's like your character, your main cast is like they're basically God. Because unless you fight the bosses, like the main game is like it's still the same, which means that like once you get to fully upgraded characters and stuff like that, like get the right skills, get them upgraded. Maybe get some like character upgrades, because now they tied it, instead of the meta progression for character upgrades, they tied it to the ends. You have to get level 3, I think, on the mastery in the end upgrade session for the end to upgrade the character directly, like give them more stats and stuff, more death door to resist, more speed. But yeah, this is I mean, this strategy right now is just take on every encounter I can. when my main cast to scale as fast as possible before the enemies get harder, because every escalation, which you see the big strikes on the map when we see the map again, those mean that enemies get stronger. So it's like ordainment, but like permanent. You also get a huge surge of like places being sieged, which when you're running around with like, because all your inns basically have, almost all your inns have like no upgrades to the barracks. And so you have to run around with full squads. And then there's like 4 or 5 fucking places that to be siege and fatigue and the damage, HP and stress that's not healed, and like it really becomes a problem. And again, your characters are underdeveloped. You don't have food on everybody all the time because it's like you can't use food and characters that are on the stagecoach, and then the stagecoach characters have very little food because it only works per region, and so you have to save them because you don't get a lot of them. And you can't easily buy them either. So you see here, I've been lucky with the relationships that nobody's like constantly arguing each other. And like the two main game mode, like you want to keep the relationships high. When you get good relationships on skills that you care about, it can be quite useful, and you definitely just want to avoid bad relationships because it can lock in skills that are not good for your party or character, and that's just terrible. But you have to avoid that in some cases. It's really damaging to have a few, like even like 2 is like a lot to ruin your combat capabilities. So yeah. Standard fighting, have you ever seen Darkest Dungeon 2? The reach problem was a real big deal, so I should have got the hook for the bounty hunter much earlier. Like, are you gonna see me kill these pretty quickly? Then I'm gonna be like, 2 more turns to get to the back breaks, and then like turn 6, I finally 7 or 8, I ended because I stall for healing. They limited everything to prevent stall tactics. It still exists, but it's just 1 or 2 turns instead of like 7 or 8. And if you got like created in Darkest Dungeon 1, you need to restart everything. Put it full screen so I can see better. Yeah, but the game looks great. I actually appreciate the art more. I just don't like the Crusader's sword because it's the only thing in the game that looks super fucking flat. And it just stands out really flat, like he's holding paper, cardboard, or something.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
And you see me here just using Zealot Accusation as a token remover. My strongest character lineup, I think, was Leper, Dismas, so Highwayman, Jester, and Vestal Judah. I think so. The Rogue Highwayman with the Jester used Ballad. Ends up being good for this combo. So you Ballad, the Highwayman who can like Grape Shot Blast from the front rank to 3 targets. You Ballad him to the front. You Grape Shot Blast that puts you behind. The Leper uses his Intimidate or his Withstand, whatever. And then you just do it again, and you're guaranteed to kill round 2 at least 1, sometimes 2. Remove every single character's token, basically, and you don't care about protection. You do a ton of damage, and you soften them up for round 3, and you basically just like end them there. And then you have the reach with the lineup with the Leper can still contribute with Intimidate a little bit to finish off a target that's low. but otherwise install and stuff. But like otherwise, like your pistol shot plus, you know, duelist advance, all your highwaymen, the jester just attacking, and then Juno with now at this point she likely has like 2 or 3rd level judgment to finish up a target. Really fucking strong. Basically once you get going online, until you fight the final boss, like it's basically impossible to die. Um, it just does so much. And the blind tokens are like nutty. Blind tokens are actually way too strong. I think enemies in this game need to have like the same thing for stun, but like debuff resist increase when they get debuffed, because if you could get blind token spam on an enemy, they're basically crippled for the rest of the game. It's very easy to do that.
One less obstacle in our path.
The concentration of fortitude is like a nice move, but it's too slow. It's not active enough for how long it takes. Taking a full turn to potentially only get it on one target. A dodge token. There are ways you can set it up with like characters like what I have here, is where you can get it on like the so I always know because especially later on when I get the wolf's token that gives me plus 6 speed, I always know my what am I forgetting, Crusader Renaud is gonna move first, and so I can token him up, and then if he's on the front ranks, I can like flechette with my
A crackling fire in the company of friends. Blessings.
No, if I it doesn't work that way. It has to be the opposite way. It has to be that you have to have the Crusader up. You have to have the. What you can do is you can like. I'm tired right now, but my sleep has been fucked. I've been playing late as a result since work, and I've been recording late up to like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I am exhausted a lot. Sometimes when I'm playing this, I'm literally playing at like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm making choices that I wouldn't have made if I wasn't tired. But yeah, quick draw is insane skill. Hemophiliac is terrible. I don't want to risk losing quick draws though, so I'm not going to use a T. It's not that bad. Amateur armor special on guard. Thankfully, so something you could do is you can remove a quirk instead of trying to lock one in, because as much as more expensive to lock one is, it is to remove one. And you can use it as a cheap option to preserve a quirk like on guard, and that's really powerful quirk. Giving a dodge token from the start of every battle is really powerful, really useful, and getting extra speed obviously is like really useful, really powerful. So like you feel the difference when there's characters with like hasted, when you're fighting hasted enemies versus not, like you feel the difference. Like their combat potential is like way higher.
Distribute your champions judiciously.
But yeah, the strategy I seem to have figured out is, I thought initially you had to stack to where the underground tunnels are, but maybe it's just this layout because it's a harder layout. But
adapt.
You actually want to have the strongest conscripts and veterans and stuff, ideally on the sides, corners of maps. And then you want to have weaker conscripts in the center, because you can maneuver around them much faster with any number of heroes. Like that extra day really does matter of having to defend in place. And I think there's no real thing you could do about like upgrading the ends as you need them as you go. Like sometimes you just have to get the advanced stuff for like healing, because you only rest for 1 day before you have to head out with your main squad, right? Because you can't just move everybody around, because they're going to be heavily fatigued if you swift horse them. And there's a bunch of, sometimes once you get to escalation 1, you get a bunch more sieges, so you can't just handle them all. You just have to constantly keep moving and just keep stretching with full squad, because they're always in places that don't have any conscripts or anything. But yeah, I'm just figuring things out. Where should I move everybody to position them?
The last remnants of the great dissolution cling stubbornly to these icy peaks.
I wish the map changed. It was like auto-generated, like Songs of Conquest. Would be cool to see different maps. So I'm gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna go to the underground post up there early on because it's easy for me to get back. And I'm not gonna be able to go there later because it's gonna be too expensive. I'm gonna have to deal with the other places first. It's just so far out. So the other thing I learned is that the catacombs is there from just the top to the middle. That's it. So you get to see that later, and that's cool. I love to look at the place. I love to look at the enemy slimes. I think it's a cool area. I think it's, people say it's hard. I think it's the easiest one of all the areas. I think it's the least threatening. Because the slimes in DD1 were never really dangerous other than just like constantly spawning. So in this one they made their spawnings more restrictive where you just kill the corpses afterwards, and so that's easy to do. Like, it's not hard. Oh, I missed that. Ooh, we get a taunt plus protect. Okay, I'm probably gonna get as many resources as I can. Give me items. I need the items so bad. You get so few of them, and you can buy so little. And I get some really good ones. So poison resistance is really good against the guys who in the Beastman army because they largely poison when they do dots. And obviously removing in certain battles, removing the death door resistance is really valuable. Especially because I'm not rocking execute. I remember one time, before they added a escape button now, which is great. Though I think it's like it's under tuned. Like you don't, it only gives you one stress to run, and it's like, well, damn. Now I just run every time it's a bad battle. Like it doesn't cost me anything really. Though I really like it for the Shambler because the Shambler fucked my run up with the last run I had, with the last group I had in Cowardice. Cause I remember I was doing really well. I was on my way to destroy the boss, and then I got a Shambler potential spawn point, and then the game refused to allow me to choose not to take it, and the Leper Hellion fucking occultist is a terrible lineup against a Shambler. So I basically guaranteed loss. It just did not work. Getting constantly shuffled as a leper hell is not a good idea. Those are my two primary damage dealers. Spending all my goddamn time trying to get back in position and only to get shuffled again. So that was terrible. There we go. Using the boot, get them up front. So glad that not every single enemy has a way to get back. Like, see the exact position they want to be in. I like DD1. Combat is so much better this game. Trinkers are so much better. Quirks are definitely more interesting. Love the token system. Moves are way more balanced. Like, usually in DD1 you have like one decision, maybe two. Depends. Per round. In this game you usually have like round like 3 to 4 decisions per round. So it's just more interesting. So here I could try to force a horse judgment with the boot, or I can just attack. I think I'm gonna attack, yeah. Yeah, attack here just so I can get his HP down, cause I could kill it pretty soon. With the burn on it, it's near lethal. And it's like if I get the burn again, it's like 46 damage with the protect. But with the burn, I'm guaranteed 6 damage. Plus the extra 1 or 2, so it's like getting hit a normal hit. So burn is actually pretty good against protect. Okay, it basically gives me a normal hit with the Crusader. This is guaranteed dead. No way this character on Death Door is outspeeding any of my characters. So I can kick it, yeah, kick it. And I wonder what the resist is, because I think it resists every kick, but it also triggers Death Door, so it doesn't really, it's not really a loss. If I got the kick, it would have pushed the low guy in front. They sure to this. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mistimed, misdirected.
Inspiring Cry. Probably should have did that way earlier. A little earlier.
Excellent work.
Get rid of the blind. Might as well. The only thing I could do. Touche here. Nice crit, bro. Let's just stall. Yep. Stalling. And then like, oh wait, I can't really stall. So, use a glimmer, and then kill this motherfucker.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
Alright, decent item. Give it to the Juno. And there we go. I don't think she loses any damage because of it. It's just a pure extra 10% heal. Hey, free battle. Just kill as fast as possible. No point in inspiring cry right now. Come on. Touche, come on. Go. Yep. No, I should collect value here. No point in doing that. Literally no point. I'm probably not gonna kill him anyway, so he's gonna lose his blind token. So what's the point of not just killing it out to start? Why give him the lease on life? So, the point of these guys is just, they can do a lot of damage if they start stacking Blight, and I don't have a way to get rid of Blight right now, so until I get Administration. So, and my heals suck. Battle Heal at least can heal you at 50, but it does very low amount until you upgrade it. So I'm just like, kill these things and then stress you. Also, they can disease you. Which, when you're ready to drain the resource, you really don't want that to happen to you. So you have to pay for the deal with him. Yeah, just go for the kill. Nothing to think about here. Ooh. Inspiring cry, stall tactics. Again. Alright, come on. Finish this fight. Let's get to something interesting. It's probably because I'm playing this late that like I'm like taking this long to make some obvious decisions. Yeah, I ended up playing a lot in a row, and then I'm recording these this voiceover well after the fact, so I forgot a lot of it. Nice relationship is there. As always, gotta get rid of the guy who reaches a lot.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Yeah, so just, standard stuff you see in DD2 kind of what. There's really nothing interesting. Remove the tokens, target the guy who heals, and then I should really kick this thing back, just like get them in the front. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Give him the boot. I'm thinking about, I think I use a smoke grenade to dodge the crit here. Cause I'm about to fight, he resisted it. But, I'm about to fight a siege encounter here, so I don't want to lose too much HP or get critted and have too much stress on me. Mercury's just mighty in the back line, yeah. I decided to use Zealous, cause if you get the burn on one, it's guaranteed to do more damage over time. Like once this fully completes, it's gonna do more. It's gonna do the same amount or more than the normal hit on multiple targets. And since they have a potential token, I'm not really doing much with just a normal hit. And I can get a burn or a combo token on both, and then I'm guaranteed extra damage. So it's really valuable there. I should probably just two-shit here. Kill this thing off, have a burn token on it. Get a little nuts so I can pop his death door. Yeah, Spire Cry. Oh, it's my day first. I think Spire Cry is okay here. I want to get it off cooldown too. Before I want to use it again before the end of the day.
Steady yourself.
The Astral Burn, which is really valuable. Nice crit. Appreciate all the effort you put into that one. Yeah, so I need to Spire Cry again because I have almost no stress heal at this point in the game. Nice. Teamwork means dreamwork. And a good dodge. Stall tactics. I think someone's constantly. Come on, what are you doing?
A petty
Standing there, I think my aunt's contacted me or something. I am so exhausted. I'm literally falling asleep while recording this. There we go. Alright, let's collect our shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Let them come. Let them.
Oh wait, I forgot to heal. No! Oh my god. I can't believe I did that. I completely forgot to heal. I should have stress healed. Wait, did I have a Spire Cry? I don't even remember. I don't even remember, dude. I'm so tired. Rampaging Beastman. With escalation to 1, they actually get strength tokens, which is very dangerous. So now I need to just forget about healing and just kill these motherfuckers off because they crit frequently. And so the mechanic works is that Berserk, once they get to 100%, they get just like the other special tokens, they get really powerful attacks. It hits 2 people instead of 1, and the other thing is that they get minus 400 damage done to them, where only dots and execute, I believe, too, goes through.
Early results.
Yes.
Are encouraging.
Collect that bounty. Get the fucking dodge token on there. Let's go for the kill. It's really worth just killing right now. You know, get 100% of his damage off the board. And I have 2 Omega level threats on the background right now. So how do I handle this? So I bomb 1. And my backline is healthier than my front line because they haven't been damaged, so I'm a pyrotechnic here, hopefully get the blind. I get the blind, let's go. Awesome. Get another dodge push token. And now they're both blind. And I can finish this guy off, because he's the only one I can damage. So I'm not sure why I'm thinking about it. I don't think it's worth collect battle ink here. It might have been worth collect battle ink. I should definitely battle comfort. Oh, am I really just going for 3 kills? I am going for, yeah, it's worth going 3 kill here with the damage. Get 2 people out. Get the blind, perfect. Should consider just blinding the back line first and then seeing if I get it, and then pyrotechnic the front if I get the back. Just get the kill. Just finish him off. There we go. I need to fucking it's not the person I want to hit. You're seeing the problem with not being able to hit the back line. Disengage here, lets me hit it. It's like now I can flish it back online. Damn, I wish I had the grapple hook. Well, I guess he would have got the berserk token and got berserk if I did. I have to hit the front line. I wish I had I never had this issue in the campaign, but I wish I had a pouch of lie here. Be really good. Clear up the corpses. To be honest, I really do need this stress heal. Because damage and stamina, HP, well, not stamina, HP and stress is persistent, both of them. And it takes too long to just sit there for a day and wait most of the time, and you just get fatigued up and get accumulated over time too while wandering around. It takes a lot to be able to heal stress. 3 points. Alright, for shit, yep. See if I can finish him out. Should deal with myself in case I get put death door. Cause this check. Trust check. Let's get the kill, please. There's no breeze. I guess I might as well actually. Yeah, you know, actually I should, cause now that makes it go to the front row. He has to get into his turn. Like a bodyguard here. Now I'm protecting Renault, and the other duelist already has a lot of HP, so she's fine. I'm considering it, but I really should just bodyguard Renault. Just bodyguard. Yeah, there we go. Fourth round in, this is where you should really be finishing up the fight if you're not stalling. I mean, I really can't do anything, so I might as well. Touche. He has weakened tokens, 2 of them, so I don't have to worry about any days. So I can get more on them if I want to. Or get a defensive token. Come on. And someone calling me again, something? There we go, come on. There we go. Should finish that guy. The guy in the front should go first because he just used his ultimate. bounty. Get the token on
A lesson
her.
taught is a lesson learned.
Yep, finish off the judgment. Extra crispy. He has the most tokens, so I might as well finish him. And then I get stress heal. You know. Yep, good moves, good moves. I don't think I can wait a turn for this guy. I think I just need to finish him. Maybe I get one more heal? The battlefield? Yeah, go for another heal. Battle heal! Alright, let's go. Get this shit over with. Let's go lay down and relax. Come on, there's only one option here.
However dilapidated,
Come on now.
this inn might still serve honorably.
Lots of stalling here. There we go. The ultimate star. That's all tactics. Alright. Well, that's basically the end of this video. So Kingdoms, great game mode for experienced players. I think if you're new, you should start with the Confessions because they're easier. You don't have to know as much to get going. The meta progression really helps over time. It has its flaws, Kingdoms, but it's still a pretty good game mode, and I'm looking forward to the development. Oh, and every time these items that you get on the stagecoach, these special items like the shield to the lower left corner, that's specifically for the quest, and it takes up slots in your inventory or your stagecoach, or it serves as a combat item. Depends, and they have clues on them, and then you have to find out what the clues refer to, and then go to that place. That's how you progress the quest. But you have to have them equipped in order to do it. But yeah, there's not much to say. Like, favorite, subscribe, and enjoy the video. Maybe I'll post something from my game developing. I'm currently working on art because most of this game is theming. So, yeah, maybe I'll post on my. I'll put it on my character, my YouTube channel
Brings new
picture.
obstacles and new opportunities. Destruction threatens us once more.